¿Qué pasó, Hugo? No bajó.
Recording in progress.
¿Aquí me escuchan? ¿Me escuchan bien?
Sí.
Te escuchamos bien.
Listo.
Sí, todo bien.
¿Ya se me ve el background?
Sí, súper bien.
Sí, ya.
Nice background, Maria. You're looking good.
Thank you, thank you. Ahora bien. Eso es eso.
Conrad me informa también que todavía se ve al revés tu nombre. No sé si quieres quitarle como el mirror o activarlo, no sé.
Así.
¿Me escuchas,
ya quedó.
Conrad?
Sigues con tu background al revés,
No te
con
escucho. Te pongo reflejar, pero bueno. a ver, no.
Should we wait for a few minutes to see if someone else joins, or do we start?
Are you ready?
Okay. Then, well, let's begin.
Okay, good luck.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Expand Your Business to New Frontiers. Discover the amazing value of the Mexican market. This webinar is especially for those businesses that are in USA or Canada that are planning to expand into Mexico, Central America, Latin America, or that already had, but they're looking for new ways to boost their communications and their brand awareness and reach new customers. In this webinar, we will see the new trends, strategies, and tools that will help these businesses reach new leads. And as I said before, expand their brand awareness and take full advantage of the value that these Latin American markets offer. For this webinar, we will be joined by Maria Daza, a strategic consultant for RD Station, one of the leading automatization marketing businesses in Latin America. She's an expert in user and customer experiences for both digital and physical marketing, as well as by Conrad Herrera, our own digital manager here at Lodge Marketing. He's also an expert in marketing automatization for digital marketing. I will be the moderator for this webinar. My name is Luis Lopez, account manager for Lodge Marketing. So, well, I think it's time we begin. Please go ahead, Maria.
Hello, everyone. Got it. First of all, thank you very much for the amazing introduction. As Jose said, my name is Maria Daza, and I am a strategic marketing consultant in RDS Station Marketing. So first of all, I want to thank you all for being here and sharing this space with us, Lodge Marketing and myself. We are going to be talking a lot about marketing and the trends that we have seen have had amazing results with clients in 2021. We're going to be talking a lot about marketing and sales. Why? Because selling is everyone's goal. And yes, I can tell that they're in a way to accomplish this goal. But in order for us to do it, we need to change our focus. What if we stop thinking just for a second on a monetary turnover for just a while and focus our energy on the storytelling, on catching our clients' attention? Just to give you some data about it, according to a study performed by the magazine Expansion.mx, we are being exposed on a daily basis more or less to 3,000 brands per day. When all they want, and what we all want is to attract our customers' attention and get me, understand me, because I'm a customer. It happens to me all the time. So just think on the amount of information that our brain is trying to process at the same time. We, as marketers, change the idea on the customer's minds and appeal to their emotional side instead of the rational one. So just to give you a couple of examples, let's talk about the best position brands in the world. We're talking about Coca-Cola, Nike, Adidas, Disney, Apple. In recent years, what they are trying to do is that being a little bit more concerned about the storytelling and the story they are telling that can inspire you, rather than just inviting you directly to consume their products by offering discounts. The more they're focused in creating a personality for their brand instead of just selling. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, with discounts and coupons, I can promise you, you will all be selling at the same time. But you wouldn't be creating a community. You wouldn't be creating a brand. You will just become a store with no social value. And obviously, this is not our goal. So in this webinar, we're going to be talking and learning a little bit more about strategies, but working on formats, unmissable trends for 2022, and finally, saving valuable time with automation. And just for you to know, we need to have amazing partners in order for us to accomplish this goal, and definitely Lodge Marketing, it's one of them. So next one, please. Thank you. So how do we do this? How do we avoid failing? How do I stop focusing on just selling? We have all been there and done that, trust me. We understand that 70% of the business, it hits money and being profitable. But just to ask you all, what can I do if what you can do is to try to catch someone's attention with their emotional side? Selling and having a profit with selling is going to be a result of doing things differently. Nowadays, you're basically more focused on just providing information, offers, discounts. What you're going to be doing is that you're going to be connecting with your audience and being related with their emotions into them. In this world, we're very saturated with money, 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 and money is being printed on a daily basis every single day. A different approach, it's absolutely everything to catch someone's attention. Next one, please. So, first of all, we're going to be talking about formats and tendencies. How do we send a message properly and make sure it's received as we meant it to be? First of all, let's check some trends that we need to use in 2022 to properly send a message. One of the most important aspects we need to consider is the format that we are going to use. Remember that we are all different. The trends that I tend to use are different than, for example, Conrado's one, Hugo's, Luis, etc. It totally depends on the buyer person that you're trying to aim your strategy to. So first of all, we're going to be talking about the accessibility of the very first format that we're going to be talking about and how comfortable it is and the way that your target audience is going to be feeling about it. So the next slide is going to show you, it's going to talk about video marketing. This is the very first one, as I mentioned. Why? Because of its recent results. According to Forbes, 9 out of 10 consumers watch videos from their favorite brands, and 65% of them go to the website at the end of each one of the videos. I don't know you, but I usually do that on a daily basis, every single time I watch a video. 66% of potential customers arrive thanks to the video. And that's not all. 93% of brands manage to get new customers thanks to this video, to this format. It's a way, just for you to know, in which we are making our way through the customers in an easy, almost invisible way. Why? Because a video, it's a product that is easy to consume. You don't need to actually be doing anything else to acquire the information. You just need to be watching, you just need to be listening. And not even that most of the times. So this is a call to action that we all receive pretty well. So use it to your favor. Use it to actually attract the people that you're trying to get. It's pretty easy. It's a really easy format. Maybe it's a little bit of an investment, but trust me, it's totally worth it. So if you're still not using videos to communicate with your audience, what are you waiting for? I really want to know, what are you waiting for? It is an invisible trend that is undoubtedly getting stronger and stronger by 2022. And just to give you another reason why to use this format is that 50% of mobile traffic comes from videos. Just make sure that you have a powerful story for your audience to get us the time to present ourselves and provide our services. Next one, please. So really related to the video formatting, we have to talk, like it's a must. We have to talk about Instagram Lives and Reels. Why? Because last year, Instagram became more protagonist in people's life. I am included in there. It has had enormous growth ever since Meta acquired it. One of the updates that has been one of the main characters in the growth was the option to create live videos and reels. So in May of this year, Instagram announced a platform for content creators focused on providing them with more insights and more engagement metrics to connect with their audience more effectively. These two formats were born as big bets to increase our user experience engagement with brands. So just for you to know, just picture this. If Meta and Instagram are doing it, the demand of information of our clients are asking as of right now, this second, is going to be huge. Make sure that you are right there to provide the information they need. Next one, please. Got it. So talking a little bit more about viral content and TikToks. I don't know you, but I've been checking TikTok lately and I see that there are videos with more or less 94.3 million views. Can you picture how many people is that? Can you picture how many times it has been watched in many countries? So this one is our next one, but it's not our last one, and never our least. This brand new social network has been the fastest growing platform in the world and in the history. A revolution for a young audience. Just to give a picture of the opportunities inside TikTok and a comparison with Facebook back in the days, the same amount of users Facebook took 6 years to get, TikTok got it in just 3 months worldwide. It's focused more on the ages under 30, me included, with an extremely fast format. Since we're the users who spend more time in social media network, even more than on Instagram. It has been positioned itself among content creators because it is the network that has the most interaction on its public and the shorter lifetime in a post. It's extremely quick and extremely easy to get. So just picture and just make a really quick comparison in between Instagram and in between TikTok. TikTok, you don't even need to look for the profile to actually see the material. It just appears and the trends just appear. No effort is needed. So as of right now, due to its growth, it's really profitable. As I mentioned before, since there are already ads on TikTok, we have top view, we have in-feed ads, we have brand takeovers, hashtag challenges, and gamified branded effects. And just a quick heads up, 66% of its users are younger than 30 and spend more or less 52 minutes on a day on the app. So just picture this information be used for you to skyrocket your very own brand. Next one, please. Great. So just for you to know, if you have any questions, please let us know. We're going to have a Q&A slide in just a couple of minutes. And also we have the chat right there so that Conrado, Tami, or Luis can answer all of your questions. So something that is coming, I don't know if you guys have seen this or heard about this. We're going to have web stories with Google. Designed to enhance websites. Web stories will appear both in Google search results and also in its Google Discover. Discovery content, this platform, we still do not have a lot of information about it, but what I can definitely tell you is that it's going to be huge. It's going to be a trend for 2022, definitely. If Google did it, trust me, it's going to have a lot of potential. It's going to have a lot of information. I'm pretty sure that, me included, we use Google on a daily basis. We're always looking for the information through Google. I honestly do not use any other search engines. I only use Google. So if I have the information being a little bit more graphic and a little bit more understandable for me instead of text, for me as a user is going to be amazing. That comes a lot related to our next slide, where we're going to be talking about mobile marketing automation. I really want to know, I really want to ask you for you to know this information in the future. How many of the content that you're created is being focused on the mobiles? We all have it. I'm pretty sure that you all have it right now in less than 1 meter away from you. So mobile formatting, it's a game changer with things that we are working on things. So 50% of the internet traffic comes from mobile devices. That's why we need to take a mobile first approach in our marketing strategies. And we are not only talking about video formatting, we're also making sure that our plans for 2022 include SMS updates, push messages, discount coupons, and yada, 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 all through our mobile. Also, don't forget about the design that we're going to be doing for small screens. Bigger fonts, less call to actions, and more images. We need more movement. Wonderful, thank you. And well, shopping. I don't know if you guys have heard about shopping nowadays. It's pretty common in Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Pinterest. Shopping lives are a trend that is being really used in Asia and in Europe. And basically what you're doing is that you're selling a product in the same time that you're promoting the product. So here you must think on a winning strategy. It's a must. In lives, your audience can be contacted by chats, comment, and buy you live in just a matter of seconds. This has been used more or less most of the times applying to mass consumption. So fashion, beauty, gastronomy, technology, and decoration nowadays. But we need to keep our mind open. This is going to be huge if we can do it. That in a future matter of time will be a game changer because we wouldn't be using e-commerce that much. The idea is that we all integrate all of the uses that we have for our brands on only one platform. So let's keep in mind, if you want to Google it up, if you want to look a little bit more about it, my invitation is open. If you also have some questions, let us know. But this is going to be huge, trust me. It's already being huge in Asia, and we already know how consumers they are. Good. So the unmissable tendencies, what's coming for 2022? Before keeping up with this, I want to ask Luis or Conrad, do we have any questions so far?
No, it appears we don't have any questions. Let us remind our attendees that at the very end, we will have a quick Q&A session. And please don't forget to stay at the very end because we will have a QR code that will enable you to take a free consultation with ArtieStation to help you boost your brand awareness, your communication reach, and help you create better strategies to reach more customers.
Great, wonderful, thank you. So the unmissables, the tendencies for 2022. Talking a little bit about what's coming. If you're not using the trends that we already mentioned for 2021, please make sure you use it. And also take into account the strategies for 2022 in your planning. So choose the one that contributes the most to your brand. Remember that not all of the digital formats that we offer right here are applicable to every single one of the brands that we have. It's totally up to you to use them. But the idea is that you put yourself out there, that you're available to your customer and to your target audience when they need to be called. So just a couple of questions for you to ask yourself. Where, how is your audience receiving information? Let's see what's coming for 2022. Those unmissable trends that you are the only one who knows how to use them. Next one, please. So definitely my favorite trend. We're going to be talking about customized marketing. So customized marketing, overall speaking, it's a way that we can actually save some time when we are communicated with our target audience and our leads. How do we do it? Basically, we're going to be talking about two of the most fastest growing trends in 2021. That is going to be hyper customization and hyper segmentation. First of all, we need to ask ourselves why. I don't know if you have ever received an email with a name that is not yours, because I have. And those like generic ones that have only like the name and the main information about the brand and yada, yada, yada. Or have you ever received an offer and thought this has nothing to do with me? That is not applicable for me at all. It happens to me honestly all the time. My inbox is full of offers that don't make sense to me nor covers any of my needs or interests. That's why my reaction is basically doing nothing. Nothing, really nothing. No action, no call, nothing. I just ignore it. I just delete it. That's exactly why the trend of hyper customization and hyper segmentation back in 2021 was born. Why? Because our main contact was internet. And in order for us to actually call your attention, we need to give you your name, your interests. We need to know what you're really looking forward to. So people like me, try to tend to love to talk about myself. And I'm pretty sure that is not the only scenario that we have right here. I'm pretty sure you do it too. People like to feel that you are only talking to them, that their experience is memorable, and to achieve this, you need to understand your customer habits, buyer person and the buyer journey very, very, very well. Why? Because let's remember the user experience is defined according to CyberClick in Spanish as the set of factors and elements related to the interaction processes of a user with a product or service. Let's start asking once again, why, when, how? What do you feel more comfortable with? What tone do you feel more aligned with? Check your data. Check the numbers that you already have and find the windows in which your audience is opened. Next one, please. So in saving the date, connecting to a little bit with storytelling that I mentioned a couple of minutes ago, we're going to be talking about the perfect timing. There are a few ways and a few days of the year in which we all are looking forward to the brands launching great deals and asked to take advantage of those great deals, monetarily speaking. So these are days that have great commercial results. But remember what I told you a couple of slides back. We are all trying to catch our client's attention at the same time. So what is going to make our experience different? What will make you different? Why are people going to listen to you or buy from you instead of another brand? We're talking about the days where most social traffic is exposed to us. It's basically a race when you need to win with quality instead of quantity. Actually, just for you to know, in a couple of days before Black Friday, you're going to receive more or less, in an average, 4 times more emails than you used to on a daily basis. That's a lot of information for us to get. So just for you to know, and no, it does not only apply to big brands. You need to win with quality instead of quantity. If you're just starting out with your very own brand, think about how you can add value to your customers from the very first day. You need to work on that. You need to be different than your competitors. Just make sure that you're being aligned with the values that you're creating for your brand, with your personality, and also with the way that your people is receiving the information. Next one, please. Great. So now we're going to be talking a little bit about storytelling. First of all, if you can put it in the chat, I would love to know what do you know so far about storytelling. Storytelling basically is telling a story that connects to your audience, humanize your brand. We all like to be told stories. So if you think that you have never been told a story, just check on the Disney strategy. I don't know if you know this, but I learned that a couple of years ago and it changed my mind. Are you aware that the target audience for Disney are not kids? Are actually their parents, looking for stories that can teach their kids about life in a pretty and colorful way. The most recognized brands in the world do it all the time. We love stories, and in it, it's a way to humanize your brand, generate emotions, inspire, and mobilize. You can start by telling the story of how your company was born, stories of your collaborators. How and what do you sell, transformed someone else's life, and found a solution on the product or service that you offered. Let's see how storytelling has become a part of the DNA of the brands. So we have a perfect example that's on the next slide. Jose, there's no audio.
Let me see why or how can we fix that?
When you share the screen, you need to make sure that you choose the box underneath that says share audio.
Okay, give me 1 second. Let's see if we can fix that quickly. Did it work?
People have
Yes,
always
yeah.
loved stories.
Perfect.
We use them to communicate and feel connected. Good stories become part of our lives and our culture. All recognizable brands have that one thing in common. They all tell a story. However, some things are changing. We've never had so many channels and devices to follow a story with, and today consumers look for deeper and more engaging experiences, which is probably why some stories are told and followed in a different way. Xavi logs onto Facebook. His friend Andres has shared a video on his wall. At a live gig of a famous musician, a girl jumps on stage, grabs a microphone and starts singing. Her voice is astonishing. Right before security removes her from stage, she takes off a shoe and throws it to the audience. The crowd goes mad. The video is fun and surprising. Xavi decides to share it on Twitter, where 30 of his friends discover it for the first time. One of them, Anna, creates a GIF of the shoe throw and uploads it onto Tumblr. A few hours later, there are 20 more versions and the video has reached 5,000 views. Paco reads in Rolling Stone magazine that the singer from the concert is looking for the mystery girl and wants to make a version of the song featuring her. Paco visits the official Twitter of the singer. He has published a picture of the shoe that was thrown to the audience, claiming it's a clue. The shoe is a brand new sneaker model. The singer signs off his tweet with the hashtag Who's That Girl, which rapidly becomes a trending topic. Pepe types in the phrase written on the shoe on Google and lands on a sneaker blog reviewing the shoe. He loves them so much he shares them to his Pinterest. Marta and Julia watch the highlights of a talent show on TV. One of the castings stands out. A girl with a fantastic voice gets humiliated by the jury for no apparent reason. The girl mentions she cleans for a living and that she had to work extremely hard to get there. This increases the criticism of the teasing of the jury. Julia, who happened to be at the live concert of the artist, identifies the girl in the casting. It's her, the mystery girl. She searches for the casting highlights online and shares it to Facebook. Meanwhile, the record label of the singer uploads the live song featuring Mystery Girl onto Spotify and iTunes, which rapidly moves up the charts. Jose, Fernando, and 5 million people see a sneaker TV ad of the same shoes the girl threw into the audience. The artist announces he will use his next concert to try and find the mysterious girl and hopefully have another chance to sing with her. Loads of girls would love a chance to sing with him, but only the original owner of the shoe will have this opportunity. By then, the original YouTube video has reached 3 million hits. 300,000 fans go to the concert, a good few wearing the famous sneakers which went on sale a week before. The mystery girl appears on stage, the artist puts the shoe on her and it's a perfect fit. The duo sing their by now famous track. The shoe has finally reunited them. This is how a classic fable adapts adequately to the audience and mediums of today. It might not reflect your product, but it does reflect the reality of your audience and the way they process information. For this reason, and in order to stay relevant to our hyperconnected generation being present in their minds and lives, we'd need liquid content, adaptable, in order to distribute it across all available mediums. Different levels of depth in the story, made to offer different levels of involvement for each user, enabling them to go as deep down the rabbit hole as they please. And a cohesive message throughout, where each piece enhances the story whilst feeding the conversation constantly. A different way of telling stories altogether. A transmedia narrative. A transmedia narrative is a process where each and every element of a story gets systematically scattered through multiple distribution channels with the objective of creating a coordinated and unified experience, ideally with each medium collectively contributing to the story in its own particular way. So why does a brand need this? It's a powerful and immersive persuasion tool. It's pure 21st century entertainment which grips our brains. It's a fan-generating machine, given that transmedia strategies create a strong emotional link with an audience. And it's profitable. It redefines and increases ROI whilst generating buzz across all media. But moreover, because the transmedia narrative is the best and most surprising way to connect with the new generations, it builds a sustainable audience around your brand. Are you ready to amaze your audience?
An amazing video, Maria. Thank you. Please go ahead.
You're very welcome. So, taking this into account, as the storytelling mentioned, you need to understand how your audience is going to be receiving the information. So you need to understand your audience interest. We have amazing tools over here that I want to show you, because it's super important that you understand the habits of your audience. Some of the ones that we use the most and that I recommend the most to my clients are Google Trends, Facebook IQ, also Answer the Public, and MAS Interests. These are amazing tools for you to actually understand how is the people receiving the information. You can actually send a couple of quizzes and a couple of forms for you to ask precise questions about the way that you're trying to catch up with your strategy, and people can answer, like, for example, their habits in the usage of social networking. If, for example, your buyer person is a woman, in my case, in between 20 to 25, and you're looking forward to a way to communicate more effectively, or maybe the windows of times that you can actually send information to them, you can ask those kind of questions, or you can check the information by yourself. So if you have this ones, and if you're already using them, you're doing things right. If you are not, it's never late to do it. Next one, please. So first of all, please don't follow Juanita's footsteps. Don't focus on only selling. I'll tell you not a too secret secret. At RDS Station, we're already always educating, adding value, democratizing digital marketing with content in Spanish. Nowadays, it's not that common to find information in different languages. So our main way to do it is that we attract people by educating them, by letting them know the benefits that you can acquire with digital marketing, in our case, inbound marketing. The key is to help, transform, and generate value. Remember, information, knowledge, and education is power nowadays. Start asking the right questions and link your customers' need to what you can offer. Teach them so that they can know they need you. Once again, it's not about what your brand does, it's about how it communicates. Because remember that this is not about who you are, but about what you can do for your client and how you communicate with them, how you can solve their pain or their need. How can you help them? How can you help them? Tell me. Being saying, for example, we are a marketing automation software, it's way too different than saying we help you generate more leads for your company, more sales. It's the same principle, it's going to be the exactly same software, the same service, but we are communicating it differently. Thank you. So having marketing center on people. Remember, we have two different aspects right there. We have storytelling and we also have copywriting. We already talked about storytelling. Let's talk a little bit more about copywriting. A few years ago, we talked about customer-centric. Today, we are talking about marketing focused on people, on emotions. Remember, that is our keyword today, emotions. One of the techniques to create a more emotional and experiential marketing that meets people's storytelling and copywriting needs. We need to sell ideas. We need to sell stories, to bring stories that get closer and closer to your human being. Try to humanize your brand more every single day. So just for you to give you a fact, according to Santa's blog, it's 4 times more likely for a potential customer to become a sale if you align your values to the product you sell and the tone that you use. Example, you're selling cruelty-free cosmetics. Your tone talks about respect for nature, animals, and vegan lifestyles. Your image may have an animal character, and the presentation of its product is 100% glass. We can already picture a personality with the brand, right? Apply this to your very own brand. Remember that the way that you are talking to your customer. Remember and keep in mind the words that you're using, the ones that are being your customer more attracted to. Copywriting is basically a small text, the way that you try to catch someone else's attention. So for example, when you were called to this webinar, the copywriting that we used was attracted to you. Picture that in your very own case scenario. And I would like to bring you one of my favorite quotes from The Marketing King of Kings. If you haven't read these books, please make sure you do, because he's a genius. It's Seth Godin that says, marketing is no longer a question of what you know how to produce, but of what story you know how to tell. And with this quote, I would like to wrap up the tendencies for 2022. Please make sure that if you have any questions to write them down, and in the Q&A space, we're going to be sharing them and answering them. Now, I would like to know I would like to know if you already used our next slide, where we're going to be talking about marketing automation. So if you do, please make sure that you write it on the chat or the questions, because this one is definitely my favorite topic. So marketing automation, according to McKinsey, up to 30% of sales team work can be automated. This means that working in between our marketing team and our sales team, we can save a lot of valuable time. This is definitely one of my favorite topics and one of my favorite tools. Marketing automation also is one of my favorite trends. Why? Because they make your life so much easier. Imagine thanking your client every time they leave you their data. Regardless of the day and the time they do it, imagine creating a system that helps you get people who are not ready to buy from you. Remember that you can actually relate to them in the time of the purchase, and you can do all of that while you are sleeping. So this tool does not only help the marketing team, it also saves so much time to the commercial teams. Why? Because they even help the sales team to focus on what is really important. Some examples with great results are send success stories to potential customers, meaning some reviews about the service that you provided or the product that you offered. Create special discounts for abandoned carts. This one is definitely one of my favorites because I always use it. Actually, one of my coworkers told me a couple of months ago that she also tends to use it. She adds some items to her cart and then she just leaves it. She closes the tab. So what she's going to be receiving is going to be a discount and an offer on the cart that she left behind. So she's going to be getting the exactly same items without paying full price. This review task with the team, assign leads to a commercial advisor, and create sales flow boards with contacts and pending tasks. So this is just a hint of what you can get with marketing automation. Make sure that you use it. It's amazing. So talking a little bit more about this, next slide, please. We're also going to be talking about programmatic publicity. So the coming years and most promising digital marketing tendencies. This is pretty brand new. So what is programmatic? It's a form of automated purchases of advertising spaces for audience based on their purchasing behavior. It involves artificial intelligence and finds the perfect slots to offer your items or services. So basically, this is going to be a trend this year. You just make sure that you tell the system what you want to get, and it finds the best way for you to do it. It has become an increasingly popular and profitable strategy for brands. Just for you to know, Amazon uses it, Facebook does it as well, Google, and even Walmart to offer their own programmatic solutions. And that gets us to our next topic, that is going to be inbound marketing. So why more alive than ever? Because we don't want them to sell us. The basic idea is to attract users with valuable content. As I mentioned before, here in RD, what we do is that we use the educational information to get to our potential customers. We are focused on the 97% of the public who is not ready to become a purchase just yet. We take the time to know them using email marketing, automation flows, pop-ups, and landing pages. And then we nurture them until they are ready to become a client and keep in touch with them even after the sale, so that we can create a community and have a start point where we should be heading. Wouldn't you want to know even more about inbound? If you do, please don't hesitate letting me know. I absolutely love this topic, as I mentioned before, and it's actually what we sell in our RD Station. So if you have any questions, you're going to have my email in the end of the presentation. Next one, please. So the unmissables. Before we go to that, can you, Luis, make sure that you refresh the presentation? Because I added a couple of things.
Okay, yeah, give me 1 second.
No worries, take your time.
It's refreshed.
Okay, we don't have it, but don't worry. I can still explain it over here. So the inbound marketing is based on two different numbers. The very first one, as I mentioned before, is going to be the 97% of people who get to us that is not ready to become a client just yet. And only the 3 remaining percent of that 100% is going to be the one that is ready to buy from me. So the idea is that we, instead of focusing on the people on attracting more people who are ready to buy, we focus on teaching the remaining 97% of them what they need to learn. What we do is that, first of all, we try to attract them. So we make them become our leads. When we do it, we exchange information. They're going to be giving us the information, but we're also going to be giving them information. So for example, you give me your name, you give me your email, and you give me your phone number, and I give you an ebook on how to plan your strategy for 2022. That is the way that we do it. After that, after they are ready leads, we try to send them information that can help them improve their own methods. And then what we do is that we give them the hint. Like, in order for you to do it, you need to have a little bit more of an automation process. The product that I offer you is RD Station Marketing. And that's basically how inbound marketing works. That's why I truly believe in it. And, in order for us to do it, we created a funnel. The funnel has 3 different stages. We have the upper part of the funnel that we call it TOFU, the middle one that is also MOFU, and the bottom one that is BOFU, BOFU. So different contents that we can create depending on the stage of the funnel. It's, for example, for top of the funnel, we're going to be creating informational content. We can create tests, we can create quizzes, giveaways, infographics, blog posts, yada, yada, yada. For the middle part of the funnel, the educational part, we can definitely create ebooks, webinars like this one, tools, templates, white labels, white papers, checklists, and a lot more. And for the very last part, we can create, for example, demos. We can give people free trials for them to get to know our service and then become a client. They need to have like a free trial before we do it. So we can either give it to you with a commercial person, having a pitch, a commercial pitch. We can give you free access for a while to our site, our service, our SaaS, whatever you need to do. But the idea is that people get the benefits of our products or services before becoming a client. Okay, next one. So talking a little bit more into marketing automation, we need to first of all attract people and convert them. How do we do it? Right here, we got a lot of many other ideas that you can use to your favor. So a podcast, it's an amazing way to provide information, lives, webinars, interactive quizzes, and videos. Next one, please. And last but never least, we're going to be talking about engagement. Please share with me, you already know what engagement is. Not like in the romantical way, but in marketing. So basically engagement is when you keep contact, keep in touch with your clients. We have many ways to do it. Right here in Latin America, one of the most common ones, it's WhatsApp. I know that in North America, it's not that common, but for example, SMS option, it's an amazing way for you to connect and keep in touch with your clients. So for example, Telegram, chatbox, email marketing, and automation. Email marketing has been for the last 15 days, the king of kings when we talk about engagement. Nowadays, you can still use it. It's maybe not that common, but you need to change a little bit on the way that you're communicating. You need to be more attracting to the customer, but still their numbers are amazing. The results are amazing. Make sure that if, for example, you try to get a cross-selling or upselling strategy, that you use email marketing with the base that you already have. As I mentioned before, if you have any questions about it, or would you like to maybe check some different methods, don't hesitate letting me know. I'm available 24/7, basically, on my email. And I would love to hear from you and your questions, the questions that you may have.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Maria. And that's an amazing presentation. Let's give a minute to see if any of our participants has any questions. We will also like to remind them that that you need to stay at the very end because we will have a very special offer for you. We will have a QR code that will allow you to schedule a free demo with us in order to see what your business needs in order to expand your brand awareness, increase your communication tools, and reach more customers. And well, let's create together a strategy for better engagement.
Great. And don't be shy. I know there's a lot of questions and this is the time to ask them. Luis, I have a question. In the meantime, can you please share with our viewers right here, with our audience, if they're going to be receiving the recording of this webinar?
Yeah, of course. Everybody that registered for the webinar, even if they could not attend, will receive the free of charge. They will receive the recording so they can review the information whenever they want to.
That's great. Thank you.
No problem.
And well, as a heads up to our next topic, I would like to add something. Luis, if you allow me to.
Yes, please go ahead.
Thank you. I haven't mentioned this one. As I mentioned, I work for RDS Station. I am actually from Colombia. And in RDS Station, we have recognized that, for example, in Mexico, we have a huge market. The market in Mexico, it's amazing. That's why our goal right here is going to be focusing a little bit more in Mexico and Colombia. So this is an amazing opportunity for you all to become customers with a really great agency in Mexico that knows a lot about the topics that I share with you. So as I mentioned, if you want a really good partner, Lodge Marketing is the one. Trust me, trust me, trust me.
Thank you very much, Maria. Well, it appears that we don't have any questions so far. I guess, or I want to guess, that means that everybody understood the concept very well. And if
That's
not,
how good I
as you-
am.
Yeah, exactly. You're the best. And well, if not, they can always reach you or reach us with their information at the very end. We will show them again so they can get in contact. For now, let's pass on into our next topic with Conrad Herrera. He's our digital manager here at Lodge Marketing. He's an expert in automatization and marketing for digital marketing through all the channels that we mentioned in your presentation, as WhatsApp, email marketing, social media. So, well, welcome, Conrad. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Luis, and thank you so much, Maria, for sharing all this useful information. And hello, everyone. I'm pleased to be here with you this afternoon. I hope that you're finding value in the information we have been sharing with you. I will talk to you shortly about the main reasons why Mexico represents a huge business opportunity for American brands. With a population of almost 130 million people, and a rich cultural history and abundant natural resources, Mexico is among the 15 largest economies in the world, and is the second largest economy in Latin America. This country has strong macroeconomic institutions, and it is open to trade with the world. According to worldbank.org, its gross domestic product in 2020 was $1,074 trillion. But what do we mean? What do we mean when we say Mexico is open to trade? Well, next slide, please. Mexico participates in a total of 13 free trade agreements that encompass commercial relationships with a total of 48 countries all over the world. Four of Mexico's most significant free trade agreements include the United States-Mexico-Canada Free Trade Agreement, the Trans-Pacific Partnership, the Mexico-European Union Free Trade Agreement, and the Pacific Alliance, which is an agreement between Chile, Colombia, Peru, and Mexico. Thanks to these free trade agreements, the Mexican economy is connected to more than 1.3 billion customers. This is 60% of the world's GDP. This is why, next slide, please. To invest in Mexico is to access the ability to ship goods duty-free to most of the major markets worldwide. Next slide, please. Yeah, this is what I've been saying. Investing in Mexico is having the ability to invest in most of the major markets worldwide. Next, please. So getting more into facts, from the year 1990 to the year 2014, more than 60,000 foreign companies started operations in Mexico. You may be thinking that by spending less on labor, you're sacrificing quality, but that's not the case at all when manufacturing in Mexico. Manufacturing and foreign direct investment provide such strong support to Mexico's economy that the country has taken great strides to ensure its workforce is up to the task and it's ready to accomplish what other markets are demanding. Here you can see some of the companies that are successfully thriving in Mexico. Either they manufacture it or they have headquarters in the country. So if anyone has any question about these subjects, please let us know in the comments. So next slide, please.
Okay, well, and I guess that's all the information from you, Conrad. Is that correct?
Yes, it is correct.
Okay, thank you very much for sharing that information with us. As you can see, investing in Mexico is an amazing opportunity full of potential profit for any brand that wants to expand into this territory. Once again, we have a few minutes for any questions in case anyone has any question into the chat. And if not, well, here we have the QR code that I mentioned before. With this QR code, you can schedule a free demo with us in order to create together a new strategy that will help you boost your brand awareness, search into new communication tools, and in any other case, to increase their potential customers and the communication you have with them. And well, since I think we don't have any questions, I think we can say, well, we can end this webinar. Once again, want to thank Conrad and Maria for their participation and their invaluable information and insight into these topics. Once again, thank you very much for attending, and I hope you have a very pleasant day. And please don't forget to contact us if you have any questions.
Bye. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Thank you, everyone. Goodbye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.